Hey guys, my name is Freedom. Today I'm going to show you how to create customizable trees for your iClone 8 3D animation software. Create the Conifer trees like this. You can see it already have its bones and skeletons which allow you to bend the trees anytime, which can let you to create random trees in your iClone 8 3D animation software. This is a tree that I created in Blender by using the Blender as a 3D modeling tools, and now I have my own tree. This is not the iClone's 8 original contents. This is really my 3D model that made by me. And start from now, I'm going to show you all the step by step how to create the conifers in Blender and bring it to your iClone 8, which is really a fully customizable tree. Right, so now I'm going to close everything and everything will start from Blender. I'm going to just close and just start a fresh new project in iClone 8. Clear everything. And then the first step, what you need to do is just go to search for this type of picture. You can see if I open with any of the graphic editing software, you can see these parts are transparent. Then only the conifer leaf required. Then another piece of the texture is the woods. You need these two pictures. I can show you how to search it. So in your browser, this is the Google Chrome browser. I'm going to search for conifer texture. Then I go to the image. At here, I'm going to add PNG transparent. Now you can see, get this type of the picture, just download it into your computer and then search for tree trunk texture. Then you also just download one of it into your computer. Just right click, save the image as, then you can just save into your computer and stand by these two pictures. The first one is the tree trunk, then another one is leaves. Then I'm going to open Blender. This is Blender 4.2. Alright, in Blender, what you need to do is just click the empty area and press A to select everything and press delete to delete everything first. Then just click add a mesh, add a cube. For this cube, go to the modifier, add a modifier, search for subdivision surface in this way. Then just go to the edit mode. At this part, just press S to make it small. Always remember in Blender, for each of the grids, it is 1 meter times 1 meter. So how big you want your tree trunk to be, you just need to make sure you control it properly. Like this. Alright, next, click here so that you can select any surface. And then click here to just lift it up. How tall you want your tree to be, then you just lift it up to there. Then if you don't know about the height, you can just click negative X or you can just click X. Then check how many meter it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meter. Maybe you want it to be taller. Then once done this step, you need to perform a loop cut. Click the loop cut, click at the center, The loop cut here, number of cuts, you can just pull it reasonably so that everything still look like square. Alright, something like this is enough. Then click here back to the selection mode. Now next we want to customize the roots. Click here to select the surface. Click. Then just press your keyboard Shift E to just pull it that way. Then again here you can extrude it. No need to extrude, you can just make it bigger. Just click here. Click. You just make the surface bigger that way. This is for the root of the tree. Right. And of course you always can make it higher, make it taller in this way. Then for every time, once you already make it taller, remember to perform a loop cut. Right. Next, we are going to add the leaf. Just back to the object mode. Click here for selection, back to the object mode. Now, we consider this as a tree trunk. Before the leaf, we are going to just turn on the texture. Just put the material texture for your tree trunk. First, just go to the UV editing. And here, make sure it is at selection mode. Press A so that you can select everything. And click here. This is the material. Just click plus new material. The base color, you click the yellow dots. Change it to become image texture and open. Open the image texture from the desktop just now, the tree trunk. Something like this. And for this part, just drag it here so that you can turn on the material texture here. Click the empty area. Now the UV is not yet set properly. If you press A, you can see everything are messy. Once you press A to select all, you need to click UV. Then just select the Smart UV project and click unwrap. Now you can see the tree trunk texture will be something that in order. Now you press A, you can see these are the UV map. That's all. Next, just go back to the layout here. Wait. For all of this, you may don't want it to be too big for the UV size. Then back to the UV editing. Click here, press A. And at this part, click the empty area, press A to select all of this. Then press S to just make it bigger. Now observe your texture here. Press A again. And here, press A. And press S to just make it bigger, so that your tree trunk will have a smaller texture. So again, here, press A to select all, and here, press A and press S to select all. Now back to the layouts, it will be better. You can see this is a tree trunk. Next, we are going to attach the leaves. To attach the leaf, first, we just want to add a mesh at a plane. for this plane, click the material, just add a new one. The base color, click the yellow dot, select the image texture from open from the desktop, the leaves. Now you can see this is the tree leaf, but the transparency, the alpha is not there. So, by the way, first what you need to do is just go to the shader, go to the shading, and here, drag the alpha, connect to the alpha. Then, back to the layout. Now you can see, you already can see the transparent. So for this, click here to rotate it at the correct angle. Click so that you can check the angle. It will be 90 at here. And then just press S to make it bigger. Then just lift it up in this way. Shoot up to the size like this. And then click, go to the edit mode. Before that, you are in the object mode. Just click and just click it, Control A, just make sure all transform, and press A to select everything, included the trunk. Then Control A, just make it all transform. And name it properly. Click the tree trunk, name this mesh properly, trunk. Then check the material. This material will be trunk. Alright. Then this one is the leaves. Double click the material, name it as leaves. Alright. In this way, click the leaf, go to the edit mode at here. Under the edit mode, click here so that you can select the face. Right click, subdivide to make it more. Make it about like 20. Alright. Next, we are going to delete some of the unnecessary surfaces. Click the negative Y. Through here, you can select some of the faces and press delete to delete the faces. For those unwanted faces, just select it and delete faces. For the bottom parts, make it as well. Select in that way, delete faces. We just want the top part. Even the top part here, this row, unnecessary, just press delete the faces. Now done. Then back to the object mode. You may want to lift this up in this way. Just make it like this. Alright. Then you may want to duplicate the leaf one more layer. Just press Shift D. You can see. Press Escape. You will have to, for this one, you need to click here and rotate. Put it as -90, press enter. Now, it is already in that way. Then, at this stage, just press A and press Ctrl A and click all transform. Now you can see it already looked like a tree. If you don't want this to be too long, you may just make it shorter. To make it shorter, just go to the edit mode and you may just delete. Click here and select this part, something like this, and press delete button to delete all the faces. Then back to the object mode, turn the texture on. Now you can see it will be something like this. If you feel satisfied, it is okay, but for me, I will just reserve the whole trunk. Just Ctrl Z to make sure it maintains. It is up to you to maintain it or just delete the extra faces. So I will just make it that way. Next, I may just back to the object mode at this stage. Press A again, then Ctrl A to make sure all transform. Then it left the rigging parts. I'm going to just go to add an armature. And here already, this is the armature. I click the data, go to the viewport display so that it displays in front, like this. Then I go to the edit mode to edit this armature. First, I will just click the head. Then click move to just move it up to the top in this way. Then click the center part, right click, subdivide a few, something like this. Once already a few times done, back to the object mode. And here, select the leaf, select the tree trunk. Then select another leaf. You can see all of this. Select in that way. You must make sure you select all of the mesh first, then hold the control, select the armature as the last one. Then move your mouse cursor here, Ctrl P with automatic width. Done. Once you already done this step, here, select the armature, go to the viewport display. At this part, the octahedra, you may just make it become a stick or V-bones. It is up to you. Octahedra. Now we are going to test. Click the armature and go to the post modes. We are going to just test it whether you can you bend this tree. If yes, then that means you already successfully rig it and create the correct skin width. Once done this step, then the armature, you have to name this as the tree. Just name this properly. Then save the Blender file as a backup. Just Ctrl Shift S. As demo, I'm going to save it on my desktop. Name this as tree03 and save as. Then export as FBX file. The path mode, choose copy. Highlight this. This setting is to make sure all of the material texture were embedded inside the FBX file that you exported. Click export FBX. Then you will get the FBX file. Finally, you can back to the iClone 8 3D animation software. Drag and drop the FBX file. Everything will be ready. Now you can see this tree. You may just want to press R to just make it small. Now you can see the transparents are not ready. Just go to the material and then select the plane. Under the base color, just right click, copy, right click, paste. It is going to set the opacity. And at this moment, this tree is ready for animations, because when you go to edit the animation layer. Then all of the bones will be there. Click here. You can change the bone size. Close. The bone size will be ready. See? That means you can bend this tree as you want. Ctrl Z is to just undo it. So now if I play for a while, like this, make it bend a little bit, then play again, then bend to another side, then we try to check again. You can see this is the animation. Just control the keyframe. You can just make it as an animation. Try, play. Right. Click here. You should be able to check the animations. The animation layer. It will be here. Sometimes you may want to just extend it. Expand. Then try to play again. Right. This is just a sample. If you really want to create the animations for the wind blow, you need to adjust it carefully, all of the keyframe, so that it will make a really smooth shaking. And we only just need to have a little bit of the shaking. So now this conifer tree is ready for 3D animations in iClone 8 3D animation software. It has the complete skeletons which you can change. You can bend it, you can customize it in iClone 8 3D animation software. You can put it as a prop, an asset in iClone. So to save it as a prop, I'm going to just undo everything. Make it straight first. Now, save it as a prop. I may just click the prop, go to the custom, props. Then at here, I click save as a 301. Now, so this, 303. So these assets, you can use it anytime when you want. You can use it in your scene, and it may look realistic. It depends on the situations. It also depends on how you model your tree. Maybe you feel that this trunk should not look so obvious. You may just remove it during your animations, during your modeling process. Alright, that's all for today about my tutorials on how to create your custom conifer trees for your iClone 8 3D animation software just by using the Blender as a 3D modeling tool. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you love my videos, tutorials and sharings, if you feel all these tutorials and sharings are very helpful to your 3D modeling, 3D animations and 3D game developing, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and also turn on the mini bell and select all, so that when next time I publish a new videos, tutorials or sharings, you receive a notification immediately. See you in my next video. Enjoy! Happy 3D modeling, 3D animations and 3D game developing. See you!